Welcome back to Fledgling Eagle. In this episode, we're delving into the incredible and mysterious traditions of the world's most extraordinary tribes. From jaw-dropping marital customs to age-old spiritual practices, these stories will leave you amazed. Stay tuned as we reveal the secrets of these unique cultures. The San Tribe, guardians of ancient knowledge. The San people of southern Africa, also known as Bushmen, hold the distinction of being one of humanity's oldest and most resilient tribes. With a lineage dating back over 40,000 years, they are often referred to as the keepers of ancient knowledge. Their understanding of the natural world and survival techniques has been passed down through countless generations, offering a living glimpse into humanity's earliest days. A way of life in harmony with nature. Living in the unforgiving Kalahari Desert, the San have mastered the art of survival. Their lifestyle revolves around adaptability and sustainability, principles that are evident in every aspect of their daily lives. The men of the tribe are exceptional hunters, famed for their ability to track animals across vast distances. Using poison-tipped arrows, crafted with extraordinary care from snake venom and toxic plants, they can bring down large game. This hunting technique not only ensures a clean kill, but also reflects their respect for the animals they hunt. Women are equally vital to the community's survival. By gathering roots, berries, tubers, and nuts, they provide over 70% of the tribe's food supply. Their deep botanical knowledge includes the identification of edible plants, medicinal herbs, and even natural poisons, showcasing their integral role in the tribe's survival. For the San, survival is a collective effort, with every member contributing in their unique way. Egalitarian society and spiritual beliefs. The San's social structure is remarkably egalitarian, a rarity among human societies. They have no formal leaders or hierarchical systems. Decisions are made communally, emphasizing consensus and mutual respect. This cooperative spirit fosters a strong sense of unity and ensures that resources are shared equitably among all members. Their spiritual beliefs are deeply intertwined with their connection to nature. The San engage in elaborate healing dances, often lasting through the night. During these rituals, participants circle a fire, clapping, singing, and stomping their feet in rhythmic unison. The intense physical activity and chanting induce a trance-like state, which they believe allows them to communicate with the spirit world. These dances serve as a form of spiritual healing, bringing harmony to the individual and the community. The mystery of ancient rock paintings. One of the most fascinating aspects of San culture is their rock art. Found in caves and on rock faces across southern Africa, these paintings date back thousands of years, with some estimated to be over 10,000 years old. The artwork often depicts animals, hunting scenes, and shamanic figures, suggesting a deep connection to their environment and spiritual practices. The exact purpose and meaning of these paintings remain a mystery. Some researchers believe they were created as part of spiritual rituals, capturing visions experienced during trance states. Others suggest they were a way to document significant events or teach younger generations about the natural world. Extraordinary skills and knowledge. The San's survival skills extend beyond hunting and gathering. They are masters of water conservation, a critical skill in the arid Kalahari. By digging for underground water sources or collecting dew in ostrich eggshells, they can sustain themselves during prolonged droughts. Their knowledge of the animal kingdom is equally remarkable. The San can mimic the calls of various animals to lure prey or communicate warnings. Their ability to interpret subtle signs, such as the movement of grass or the behavior of birds, demonstrates their unparalleled understanding of their environment. Challenges in modern times. Despite their ancient lineage and invaluable cultural heritage, the San face significant challenges in the modern world. Encroachment by farming and mining industries has forced many San communities to relocate, disrupting their traditional way of life. governments and organizations have worked to preserve their culture, but balancing modernization with tradition remains a complex issue. A legacy of wisdom. The San are not just survivors of the Kalahari. They are stewards of a way of life that has endured for tens of thousands of years. Their profound respect for nature, egalitarian values, and spiritual traditions offer invaluable lessons for humanity. The Ankole Tribe, guardians of cattle and controversial customs. The Ankole Tribe of Uganda is renowned for their striking long-horned cattle, known as Ankole Watusi, which serve as symbols of wealth, social status, and power. These majestic animals are central to the tribe's cultural identity, shaping not only their economy but also their traditions and spiritual beliefs. A controversial marital custom. Among the Ankole, marriage is more than a union between two people. It is a bond between families. However, what sets their customs apart is the controversial tradition, where the father-in-law is responsible for consummating the marriage before the groom. This practice, deeply rooted in ancient beliefs about fertility and loyalty, has long been a point of intrigue and shock for outsiders. Traditionally, it was viewed as a way to prepare the bride and ensure her suitability as a wife. In recent years, however, this custom has come under scrutiny both within and outside the community. Younger generations, influenced by modernization and global values, are increasingly rejecting this practice, opting instead for more conventional marital arrangements. This shift highlights the evolving nature of Ankole traditions as they adapt to a changing world. Beauty and strength in Ankole culture. Beauty and strength are highly prized in Ankole society. Women often use cow fat infused with herbs to moisturize their skin, creating a radiant glow while protecting themselves from the sun. This unique skincare routine is not just a practical measure, but also a cultural symbol of femininity and beauty. For men, physical strength and the size of their cattle herd define masculinity. A man's ability to raise and protect a large herd reflects his status as a capable provider and leader. Competitions showcasing cattle herding skills and physical prowess are common at tribal gatherings, reinforcing these values within the community. The spiritual bond with cattle in Ankole culture are more than livestock. They are seen as sacred beings with spiritual significance. The Ankole believe their cattle possess protective energy, capable of guarding families from harm. Numerous stories recount how these animals have warned their owners of impending danger or even saved them from attacks by wild animals. This deep bond between humans and cattle is celebrated in rituals and folklore, with elders often attributing their survival to the intuitive connection shared with their herds. Whether through faith or an extraordinary understanding of nature, the Ankole's reverence for their cattle highlights the profound role these animals play in their lives. A legacy in transition. As modernization spreads across Uganda, the Ankole Tribe faces challenges in preserving their traditional way of life. Younger members are moving to cities, and the role of cattle is gradually shifting from a cultural cornerstone to an economic asset. While some traditions, such as the controversial marital custom, are fading, the tribe's enduring connection with their cattle remains a symbol of their resilience and cultural heritage. The Tuareg Tribe, the Blue People of the Sahara. The Tuareg people, a nomadic Berber group spread across the Sahara Desert, are often referred to as the Blue People due to the indigo dye from their traditional clothing that stains their skin. This striking feature has become a symbol of their identity, but their culture is equally fascinating for its progressive and unique customs that defy societal norms. Women's freedom and power. In stark contrast to many Islamic communities, Tuareg women enjoy significant autonomy and rights. They have the freedom to choose their partners and are allowed to have multiple lovers before marriage without judgment. Property rights are another area where women excel. After divorce, they retain control of their homes, livestock, and other assets, while men are expected to return to their maternal homes. Marriage is seen as a partnership, and women hold the power to accept or reject suitors. Wedding ceremonies are vibrant events that often include camel parades, poetry, and traditional music, reflecting the tribe's rich cultural heritage. Men's veils and symbolism. Interestingly, it is Tuareg men, not women, who are required to veil their faces. This custom, known as the togglemust, serves both practical and symbolic purposes. Practically, it protects them from the harsh desert environment, shielding their faces from sand and sun. Symbolically, the veil represents modesty, maturity, and respect. Oral tradition and poetry. The Tuareg are masters of oral tradition, with poetry and storytelling forming an essential part of their culture. Their poems often celebrate themes of love, freedom, and the stark beauty of the desert. This rich oral heritage has helped preserve their identity in the face of modernization. The Dinka Tribe, giants of the Nile. The Dinka people of South Sudan are known for their towering stature, with men averaging over 6 feet in height, earning them the title of Giants of the Nile. Their extraordinary height is often attributed to their milk-rich diet, as dairy products are a staple of their daily nutrition. Cattle, the heart of Dinka. Life cattle are central to Dinka culture, serving as both a food source and a measure of wealth. Milk is consumed in large quantities, often raw or fermented, and is believed to contribute to their height and health. Beyond nutrition, cattle represent social status, with larger herds signifying greater wealth and influence. In Dinka society, cattle are also spiritual beings. They are thought to house the spirits of ancestors, who guide and protect the tribe. This belief is reinforced by numerous stories of cattle alerting their owners to danger or bringing good fortune. Scarification and rites of passage. Boys in the Dinka tribe undergo scarification ceremonies as a rite of passage into manhood. V-shaped marks are etched into their foreheads, symbolizing bravery, maturity, and their readiness to assume adult responsibilities. These marks are worn with pride, serving as lifelong reminders of their cultural identity. Polygamy and family structures. Polygamy is a common practice among the Dinka, with men taking multiple wives if they are wealthy enough to provide for them. Marriage often involves the exchange of cattle as a dowry, with grooms presenting dozens of cows to the bride's family. This practice underscores the importance of cattle in maintaining familial bonds and social harmony. Mystery of ancestral spirits. The Dinka believe their ancestors' spirits inhabit their cattle, guiding and protecting them from harm. Elders often recount tales of cattle leading families to safety during conflicts or warning them of approaching dangers. While some view this as an intuitive connection forged through centuries of coexistence, others see it as a profound spiritual bond that remains a cornerstone of Dinka culture. These practices and beliefs make the Dinka one of the most fascinating and resilient tribes in Africa, preserving their traditions despite the challenges of modernization and conflict. The Prince Philip worshippers of Vanuatu, a royal deity. On the island of Tana in Vanuatu, the Kastom people revere the late Prince Philip as a god. This belief stems from a prophecy about a pale-skinned man who would marry a powerful woman and bring prosperity to their people. When photos of Prince Philip and Queen Elizabeth reached the island, the tribe became convinced he was the chosen one. In response, Prince Philip sent them gifts, including signed portraits, which they now display in shrines. Mystery. After Prince Philip's death in 2021, the tribe held a 100-day mourning ceremony. They now believe his spirit is searching for a new vessel. Could this belief lead them to worship another figure, or will his legacy endure? The Amazons of the jungle, warriors of the rainforest. Deep within the dense and often treacherous Amazon rainforest, a legendary tribe of women thrives independently, earning them the name Amazons. These formidable women have created a society where men have no permanent role, relying instead on their collective strength, wisdom, and mastery of the environment to sustain their unique way of life. Independence without men. The Amazons are remarkable for their complete self-reliance. They hunt, fish, and gather food while crafting tools and building shelters from the natural resources of the rainforest. Their independence is not just physical, but also social and emotional, as they have established a matriarchal society where women make all decisions. Reproduction and the role of men. To ensure the survival of their tribe, the Amazons occasionally capture men from neighboring groups for reproductive purposes. These men are treated as temporary guests and are sent away once their role is fulfilled. Male offspring are often traded to other tribes or left to fend for themselves, while daughters are raised as skilled hunters and gatherers, continuing the tribe's legacy of strength and independence. Spiritual connection to the rainforest. The Amazons speak of protective spirits that guide them through the rainforest and shield their community from harm. These spirits are believed to help them avoid predators, navigate the dense jungle, and find food and water. Some attribute the Amazons' extraordinary survival skills to these supernatural connections, while others see it as evidence of their deep understanding of the ecosystem. Mystery of the spirits. Stories of the Amazons' supernatural allies have fascinated researchers and locals alike. Could these spirits be manifestations of their intimate relationship with nature, or do they reflect an ancient belief system that is adapted to their environment? Either way, the Amazons remain a living testament to human resilience and the power of community. The Haab Tribe, living on the edge. In the remote regions of Tanzania, the Haab Tribe lives a minimalist lifestyle, relying entirely on nature for their survival. Their practices, rooted in harmony with the environment, reflect a profound understanding of the delicate balance between humans and the natural world. Survival through simplicity. The Haab do not engage in farming, as they believe it disrupts the natural equilibrium. Instead, they sustain themselves through hunting, foraging, and gathering honey from wild bees. Using poisoned arrows crafted from natural toxins, they skillfully hunt wild animals, including baboons and birds, often targeting creatures that can provide the maximum sustenance. Water is sourced directly from lakes and rivers, a practice that reflects their deep trust in nature's provisions. While this way of life is harsh, it has enabled the Haab to thrive in an environment where modern conveniences are virtually non-existent. Unconventional marriage customs. The Haab's approach to relationships and marriage is as fluid as their lifestyle. Couples come together based on mutual attraction and separate without stigma if the relationship does not work out. This openness extends to their social interactions, where communal bonds take precedence over personal ties. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Haab tribe is their use of a clicking language to communicate. This complex system of sounds, which incorporates clicks, pops, and whistles, is thought to have ancient roots, potentially dating back to humanity's earliest linguistic forms. The language's intricate patterns enable the Haab to convey messages over long distances, making it highly effective in their forested environment. Mystery of linguistic origins. Linguists studying the Haab's language have speculated that it may hold clues to the origins of human speech. Could this unique form of communication represent a direct link to our ancestral past? Or is it an adaptation to their specific way of life? Both the Amazons and the Haab exemplify the remarkable diversity of human culture and adaptability. While the Amazons demonstrate how a matriarchal society can thrive in isolation, the Haab highlight the power of simplicity and harmony with nature. Both tribes challenge conventional ideas about survival, community, and the human spirit. The Himba Tribe, Red Earth people. The Himba of Namibia are famous for their striking appearance. Women coat their skin and hair with ajizi, a mixture of butterfat and red ochre, which serves as both sunscreen and beauty enhancer. Himba women are responsible for most domestic work, while men focus on herding cattle. Their society is polygamous, with men taking multiple wives, often arranged by their families. Mystery. The Himba believe in a holy fire that connects them to their ancestors. This fire burns continuously, and any disruption is thought to bring misfortune. Could this spiritual connection be the reason for their resilience in harsh conditions? The Korowai Tribe, tree-dwelling mystics. In the dense jungles of Papua, the Korowai Tribe lives in tree houses perched over 30 feet above the ground. This lifestyle protects them from floods, wild animals, and rival tribes. The Korowai practice animism, believing that spirits inhabit everything in their environment. They also have shamans who perform rituals to heal the sick and communicate with the spirit world. Mystery. The Korowai speak of kakua, malevolent spirits that cause illness and death. To protect themselves, they conduct elaborate rituals to banish these entities. Are these spirits real, or do they reflect psychological beliefs shaped by their isolated existence? The Sentinelese, the last isolated tribe. On North Sentinel Island, the Sentinelese live completely cut off from the modern world. Known for their hostility to outsiders, they have successfully resisted contact for centuries. Their way of life remains a mystery, as even aerial surveys reveal little about their daily activities. They are believed to practice a hunter-gatherer lifestyle, relying on the island's natural resources. Mystery. The Indian government has declared North Sentinel Island off-limits, but the Sentinelese have a deep knowledge of their land and its defenses. How have they maintained their isolation in a world that constantly encroaches on indigenous peoples? These tribes challenge everything we think we know about human society, offering glimpses into worlds that are both extraordinary and enigmatic. From the spiritual practices of the San to the mysterious isolation of the Sentinelese, their customs remind us of the incredible diversity of human culture. Which tribe left you the most amazed? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for the next thrilling episode of Fledgling Eagle. See you next time.